That's going to start it right there. That's it. All right. I'm going to just get right into it. I'm going to try my hardest to make this the quickest live stream I ever did. I just set my time clock for 30 minutes. And I should have set it when the first person came in. As soon as the first person come in, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. This is what I want to know. Hey, God's Desire, how you doing for me? God's Desire for me, how you doing? Hey, Belinda, how you doing? I got a question. I want y'all to start answering it immediately. Guava, everybody, hello, welcome. I got a question. Having a conversation with a friend of mine. And wow, everybody's slammed in here. I'm glad you slammed in here like this. I'm gonna say hello to everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm gonna turn back this little turn back the time a little bit. I'm gonna try to make this the fastest. I am literally going to stop unless something pop up. Like you know me. Unless something pop up, I'm going to try my hardest to do a 30-minute live. Yeah, me 30 minutes, right? So I want to say hello to everybody. I just got new prescriptions on my contacts, and I'm gonna have to go back because now I can't see jack in arm's length, and that's dangerous without these reading glasses on. So what's going on, everybody? Got a quick question right now. I just took a poll earlier. Let me stop talking so loud. I took a poll earlier. Can everybody hear me okay? I took a poll earlier, and the poll was which one is not meat? If you didn't see my community post, it's a poll. I had a piece of steak, beef on there. I had hey, Tamika Williams, thank you for that. I had a steak on there on a plate. I had a piece of fish on a plate, and I had some lettuce. I did that because I got serious questions because I don't understand definitions. Okay. And definitions, I told you I don't like playing with words. So definitions and words, they can, you can play with words and turn them into anything you want to. And I just want to touch on that real quick. Now, here's my dilemma. Person tells me that they're vegan or plant-based and vegan. Plant-based and vegan. I said, okay, but they can eat fish. One person tell me they can eat fish. And okay. One person tell me they're a plant-based eater, but they can eat fish, they can eat eggs, and they can drink milk and dairy products like cheese, milk, okay? Y'all help me out on this because I'm really trying. Then seriously, on a serious note, somebody actually said that hold on a second. They said they consider, first I thought it was a joke, but they was dead serious. They consider beef plant-based. They consider beef plant-based. And the reason they said it was plant-based to them, and they meant it, I thought it was a joke at first, was because the cow or the sheep, whatever, eats the grass and they chew the cud, and they said, well, that makes that cow plant-based. Now, at first I thought it was a joke, so I started laughing, and they wasn't laughing along. Now, some of the people in the comment section on the poll, they were saying the same thing. Now, I don't know whether they were joking or not because I couldn't respond to them. Now, I laughed at it. Now, I didn't want to disrespect anybody's beliefs or whatever. Okay, then I had somebody tell me they don't eat nothing that was alive. I even listen, it's out of 100%, 52 people, I'm going to stop here. 52 people thought lettuce is not meat. Understandable. 27 people said beef is not meat. Now, this is just a poll. I don't know how many people is joking and how many people what. But that the beef part don't even bother me because I don't know who's joking and who's not. But 21% of people told me fish is not meat. Fish is not flesh. So they said that alarm. The beef, I don't know if you're playing or not. But 21 people, because I've heard this a lot, said fish is not flesh. It is not an animal. And then they quoted biblical scriptures to me. But then at the same time, they say things that are not alive, things that are dead when they die. I'm going to touch on this and then I'm going to let y'all roll in here. So I said, so the lettuce is not alive. No. Okay. So right now it's fall. I'm just going to touch on this. Right now it's fall. The leaves are turning brown. What are those leaves doing? They are dying. That tree is alive. It does not react like a dog. A tree does not react like a fish. A tree does not react like a cow or a duck, but it is alive. And just because it's inanimate and it really doesn't really move the way we think it does, people say it's dead. They think grass is dead. Broccoli is dead. All this stuff they think is dead. So that's their reasoning for it's okay to eat that. But then they tell me you can't eat dead stuff. So, all right. With all that being said, somebody set the record straight right now. Is fish an animal? Now I know what I think. I know what I believe, not think. I know what I believe. Is fish an animal? Is fish considered flesh? Are eggs and cheese and milk from those same said animals? What is caviar? Caviar are fish eggs. Okay. Here's the other thing about caviar. Caviar is definitely fertilized as soon as the female fish shoots the eggs out. The male fish comes right by and fertilizes said eggs. All of them fertilize in that cloud of love. So I'm just trying to get some understanding here. So shoot, everybody, what are your thoughts? Eggs, and this is people that these are vegans and plant-based eaters. And I know vegetarians kind of, lean with it, rock with it. So I didn't add vegetarians into the game because I know they lean with it, rock with it with fish and certain things and this and that. Okay. And when I say fish, okay, when I say fish, I'm not speaking on crustaceans like lobster and shellfish. And, I'm not speaking on that. I'm talking about, we ain't going to go that deep. I don't even want, because that take us down another, scripture in the Bible. I'm not dealing with that right now. I'm talking about, you go, you catch a fish with the pole, hook, bam, put it in the boat. Okay. Because I know some folks is going to take me deep down that rabbit hole that I don't want to do that. So I promise you, over the years, there have been so many people so-called correcting me on what's edible and what is not, as far as whether something is an animal or not, or whether something is alive or not. And for years, I've been telling people plants are alive. I don't care what you say. They don't act like us. They don't act like dogs. You know what you can do? You think about this. I just want to put this on your mind real quick. With plants, you can actually train a plant to grow a certain way by clipping it and pruning it and stringing it up. If you pulling it down or put a pole on it or a post, that tree learns to grow in that direction. Am I lying? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody straighten me out. When you want this branch to lean further down this way and come down, instead of having that sharp angle up, you tie it to a rope and you put it on a brick or a post and pin it in the ground, and you let that sit all summer. And when you take that rope off, this will never move again. That branch will sit right at this angle. Am I wrong? Did you not just train that like you would train an animal? I'm just saying. When your tree is linked like this, look, I got one now. I got a chocolate plant, and I've been putting bamboo sticks. It's touching the ceiling. I've been putting bamboo stakes on it so it don't lean over, so it can learn to grow straight up. I can move those bamboo poles now because it can stand up on its own. That's okay. So if I turn this plant, which I have done, all you can see right now, I wish I could zoom this in. Every last one of these leaves are facing the window. You can see the back of every leaf right now. Let me see if I can. You can see the back of every leaf because the front of every leaf is aiming out the window towards the sun. Now, once a week, I will turn this plant and rehook it, and it does this again. That leaf turns back around and faces back towards the sun. Is that not life or intelligence? It knows it needs to get that sun. It ain't gonna get it from inside my house. Okay. So school me. I'm wide open because I've been hearing people tell me they are vegans, plant-based eaters, so on and so forth, but they can eat fish, sardines, I don't know, eggs, and cheese. This all started because somebody I know was eating they was eating a salad, and they put fish little capers on them, and they grated some cheese in it. And I was kind of like thrown off, like, what, like, I thought you ain't doing the whole plant-based thing, the vegan thing no more? Yes, of course. You know that's just plain old cheese, right? That's normal cheese. Yeah, I know. You know, them little fishes that you put, you know them as little fish. Yeah, I know. But explain to me the definition then of what you're doing. I don't understand your quest of the vegan and the plant-based thing. I'm not knocking nobody. Y'all got to make me understand. Now, I'm here to be educated, and educate amongst yourself. So y'all better educate me, because to me, the vegan, vegetarian, plant-based conversation is starting to get more disruptive and debatable and controversial as politics and religion. And if that's the case, I don't ever want to talk about that again, just like the rest of it, because it scared me. People be mad. They be big mad if you don't say the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? And how can I know the right stuff when y'all don't even agree on it yourself? If the vegan community is trying to school me, I'm totally with it, right? If the vegetarian community and the plant-based community is trying to school me on their habits and eating, and they're telling me how I should eat. Okay, I'm with that. But they can't agree themselves on what I should and shouldn't be eating. And I'm watching this fight go back and forth. You can't eat meat. No, you can't. You can eat fish. No, you can't. You can eat eggs because eggs ain't born yet. And that don't make it an animal. Oh, it don't do it. Because see, now you're talking about the big political problem in the office now, right? The big politic thing now about, is an egg a life yet type of thing? Y'all know the big, don't say it, but the big one. Okay, Roe versus what's the name of them? You did. So it now it's kind of like, yo, this is way bigger than I want to deal with. And I hear them fighting amongst each other about what's meat, what's not. Then they say, oh, it's the word meat that's throwing you off. It's flesh. Okay. If the word is flesh, if we're going to use the word flesh instead of meat, because they're saying meat is food. I get that. So when we talk about flesh, fish ain't flesh. Do you not strip fish off the bone or even eat the bones? Somebody better tell me something, man. And I've heard folks say they don't eat stuff that had a mama and a father, a mother and a father. I can claim that wrong too, because every one of these plants on this doggone earth had a mama and a daddy, whether it makes seeds or not. If it doesn't make seeds, it was pollinated with male pollen, but maybe it was the kind of male pollen that did not make it produce seeds. Somebody better tell me something. So plants have a mother and a father, just because they ain't lay up under some making love between the sheets. They don't do it like that. They do it all over the place. He shoot his pollen across the yard. They get all freaky with it. You dig what I'm saying? Tell me something. I'm all ears, because I know I'm all over the place, but this is how horrible this conversation is. So, okay. If anybody want me to go more than 30 minutes and just take it straight to 1 hour, I will, if y'all got that much to say. I'm gonna get right in here and get in here. I'm gonna put the let me see. I think I'm a let me see something here. Let me see. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Game Nerd? Mom said, if they don't know and they doing it, wait, let me do this. If they don't know and they doing it, someone like me, not gonna know what the heck they doing. That's me. I don't know what to believe. Okay. Eat what our ancestors eat. What did they eat? Okay, here we go. All right, Miss Christian says, Game Nerd Mom, yes, and doctors recommend a flexitarian diet too. A flexitarian, eating by your blood type is also good. Some people need red meat. Flexitarian, I've never even heard that word before. Okay, what was this other one? Wait a minute. Everything that is creative on earth is sexually reproducing. Correct. Even if we artificially do it ourselves. Okay. Keisha Gregory says, there is meat, cow, poultry, chicken, turkey, seafood, fish, etc. I was never vegan, but I was a vegetarian that only included seafood or pescatarian. Okay, see? Okay. Hey, Karima said, my family is having steak, butter, garlic, mashed potatoes with sauteed onions, mushrooms, bell peppers, cucumbers, and green onion salad, macaroni and cheese. Okay. I don't know what they're gonna call that. That a soul fooditarian. That's what that one is. A soul fooditarian. Because I just learned a new one today. The Lord gave us every seed for meat. I don't know. So explain that to me. I mean, you gotta, if you spit in scripture, explain that to me. Explain that to everybody right now, okay? All right. They are making analogies that don't apply. Okay, I must have missed something because I need to know who they are. Okay. Tamika Wells, how you doing? Say, I don't eat a lot of meat, but when my body craves chicken, beef, or fish, that's what I eat. Okay. Let me see. And what ancestors y'all talking about? See, that's why I'm like, let's get detailed with it. I'm ready to, I'm trying to learn here. I'm trying to learn. I just think people should eat and be quiet. It ain't that easy no more, man. Everybody want to be part of some kind of group or something. I don't know. Because I've seen vegans, I've seen vegetarians, and you know, I'm a big dude, but I've seen vegans, I've seen vegetarians, and I've seen plant-based people the same size as me, if not bigger, and I've also seen them in poor health. So somebody better tell me something, you know, because they say, well, you can eat candy and candy bars, Snicker bars, donuts, and this powder cakes, and so that they're like, it ain't meat though. So I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm not snapping. I'm just here to learn. Okay. Let me see. Say that makes sense. Blood type. Eating by your blood type. Eating by your blood type. Jeez. All these terms and words. I'm learning myself. How you doing, Miss Christian? Miss Christian, you want to come up? Uh-oh, she slipped into darkness. Hey, what's up, Sweet Thumb? Say ever slept with your mouth open, you ate bugs. Even when you eating salad, you eating bugs. They're microscopic. And if you stand and stare at your lettuce long enough, it'll move on you. You know, just people don't like to think about that. They don't like to think about it. Okay, Happy Mac really is. Vegans eat nothing that has a heartbeat or a product of that thing, a product of that thing. All right. What do you consider a heartbeat? What we have in our body? Think about that. Is that what we define as a heartbeat? Listen, something that pumps the life fluids through the body. I want you to think about that. What considers a heartbeat? Is it a certain sound? Is it a certain thing we have in our bodies? Or is it something that pumps the life fluids through the object, if you will? Because plants got that too. So we need definitions. All right, you want to come on in, Miss Christian? Okay. All right, I'll give you a minute or two, okay? So we can get How you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well.
That's good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes. I'm like, let me jump on here. I look a whole hot mess, but I'm like, let me jump on here.
This subject is a hot mess, so it's okay.
Yeah, it is.
What's your take on this subject?
Okay. So my take is I was completely vegan for 3 years. So that means I did not sprinkle cheese on anything, you know. And then also with vegan, like you can't eat honey either. So because that's like another, veganism is ethical. So it's basically like you're disrupting the bees and you're taking food from them.
Okay.
Plant-based is just a diet. So it's just that I'm not going, so if you're plant-based, you could still do honey. You could still do honey because it's not an ethical thing. And so with like vegans, you hear that like, oh, I don't eat anything that bleeds. I don't eat anything that has a nervous system to feel pain. I don't eat anything that has a mother or a father. Veganism is more of a culture. And so with that, like you said, it's just like political, like it's like that. Okay. So even questioning it, like, you know, that community comes hard. I'm not saying that's how everybody is, but the majority of you know, whatever they say the rumors is some truth to a rumor. Like
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a group where like when I was vegan, I would help people transitioning to that lifestyle because they didn't have a safe place to even try to learn about eating more, you know, healthily.
Right. Right.
And things like that. Because it's like if they question it or if they say, well, I'm having a craving for chicken, it wasn't a safe place for people to say they had a craving for meat or anything, you know, like they
Right.
will be bashed. Then you have like the pescatarians. So I don't know if your friend, the person who you knew, is a pescatarian because they can't eat fish. They do eat
No,
dairy.
no,
Um,
they were saying plant-based. They
okay.
plant-based, and they used to be vegan, then they switched to plant-based.
Mm-hmm.
On the back or the forth, I don't know.
Yes, and
But
then some people go, I don't want to be plant-based anymore. I'm gonna go pescatarian because they still want to be able to enjoy seafood.
okay.
And so I had made the comment and say I'm flexitarian. And
That, that was you.
flexitarian is I'm like 60 to 70%, I'm gonna eat a plant-based diet. The other 30 to 40%, I'm gonna have my chicken, and I'm allergic to seafood, so I can't have that. But I'm at least having my chicken and my turkey and you know my lamb and my different things like that.
Right.
So like that's kind of the definition, but I feel like when people are having like cravings or they want to eat something, they make a conception, like they make a exception, you know, like, oh, I'm vegan, but I'm not vegan on vacation. You know, or I'm plant-based, but I'm not plant-based on vacation. I'm not plant-based on holidays. Like, so you
So
will hear people say that too, like it's a holiday.
okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with that for me. Okay, now what you just said, I've heard a billion times. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's like I identify as a plant-based eater until you know what I'm saying. You
Mm-hmm.
know that what man what
Yes, yes. And I would say it's kind of, you know, a ignorance is bliss type of thing because I feel like until I got into gardening and learning more about trees and really learning that, I'm like the whole concept of trees like not being a living thing and you don't eat living things, but as soon as you pluck that from the root, it's no longer living. So your salad is dead unless you are like, but it's
it,
not connected to the
it's
source
dying,
anymore.
right?
Yeah, it's
It's
dying.
dying.
And you could have, yeah. And so it's like, well, we have to pick. I said, just say that you're picking your lesser evil. But at the end of the day, humans, we are gonna we are gonna kill something to be able to live, whether
Right,
that's a plant or an animal.
right.
But
Because
that
if you
just sounds too right to be.
so to look, I've been a gardener all my life, and one thing I do know, if you take that weed whacker and you cleaning up your yard and you hit the bark of that tree, it start leaking juices, don't it? It start leaking fluid. Okay, if I take that same weed whacker and I pop your arm or your leg with it, you gonna start leaking. And
Yeah,
just because that look different, that might have latex, but we have what we call blood. It's still a life force. If you girdle that tree and whip that tree all the way around and disconnect the cambium layer of the trunk of that tree
mm-hmm.
will die. The same way, if you girdle around your arm, you put a rubber band around your arm, this
Yeah,
band will die.
yeah, it's gonna start dying off. So I always just say for everybody, just to kind of, you have to be intuitive to your body because
Right,
everybody's body is different. Like what you can consume all day of might send me to the hospital. You
right,
know, so you have to know your body, and then you also have to just kind of question things and learn information kind of on your own as much as you can because it's a lot of misinformation out there, and to ease into things because you know it could be a group that's so passionate about something that saved them,
I
you
see.
know, and it's like you start kind of being influenced like it saved them, I need to cut off, I'm about to go in my refrigerator and throw everything out.
Yeah,
But how your take is like how I was vegan for 3 years, I almost was 300 pounds because I didn't know what to substitute my protein for. So
Right.
when you will start eliminating all that stuff that you're used to eating, you start replacing it with a lot of carbs. And that could make you be insulin resistant. But it's like, well, I'm not eating an animal, I'm doing something good. But now it's like, okay, are you not putting yourself first anymore? Like, you still supposed to, be good with your temple. That's the God commandment. So you supposed to honor your temple and what he gave you. But just because you say that you're saving this animal, you consuming all of this, all of this stuff that may not even work good for your system. So I'm battling even not being vegan now for going on 2 years. I'm battling with getting my body back on track, like being deficient in vitamin D, being deficient in calcium, having to take, iron, like lost a whole lot of protein and muscle mass, like all of this stuff because I was not consuming. I was eating a lot of vegetables, but I wasn't eating a lot of things that have the calcium, the protein, and all of that stuff in there. And my case is like a little bit different because I have a lot of allergies. So I'm allergic to peanuts and tree nuts and, different things that people can eat. I can't.
Right.
So that's why I say you have to know your body too. And if that is something that a person should, do for yourself.
Okay. So that I want to say thank you for that, because
Mhm.
that was a little bit of clarification on things for not just me, but everybody in the room. Now,
Mhm.
I got a couple of people up here. I'm gonna see what they want to talk about.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come back to you, okay?
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
my
All right,
sister.
y'all.
Thank you. All right. Thank you
Thanks.
for that. All right.
You're
I sure
welcome.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you. And we clicking down before I get off. Do we want to keep this at 30 minutes? Let me see. We at or am I gonna make this a whole hour? Because now I'm seeing other stuff being said. Say, I wear a t-shirt, but I'm wearing shellfish today because I like it. Also, I'll eat Beyond Meat, which contains. Did they even read the label? Okay. You got to show your face. You got to show your face. Let me see. Okay. Eating, I'm watching a whole lot of people. Oh, I got that one. I got that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm watching a whole lot of people wearing t-shirts that say vegan and vegetarian, but they're making all of these exceptions. That's what I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's some Batman stuff. You Bruce Wayne during the day, but when it's convenient. But then at night, you fight crime, you Batman. I don't get it. I don't get it. To me, it reminds me of, the people that they don't eat nothing. They don't eat nothing. They won't eat a thing. And they'll be about that big. And then when they get home, they binge eat the whole refrigerator until they literally get sick. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. The people with that problem. That's like, I'm gonna pretend to be this supermodel for the next 30 days, but they can fly me off to Belize to do this photo shoot. But as soon as I get back home to Brooklyn, I'm gonna tear this refrigerator down. I'm gonna peel this refrigerator open like a banana and bust him down. So I'll be like, and that kill you even worse. That kill you faster than just eating the wrong stuff. So I don't know. Lorraine, I can't see you, my friend. Need to see your face. Okay, so let me see. Okay, say there are no real exceptions. They are liars. Liars indeed. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to get information from you guys, because I don't live that lifestyle clearly. And I'm scared to talk. Listen, I promise you this. Talking about this right here to me is as dangerous as talking about the alphabet. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't know what word to say. I don't know how to address folks. I don't know. I don't want to trip over no word and offend nobody. It's that bad for me. Like, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to get banned because I said something I can't really say out of ignorance if there is no set rules and laws and everybody just doing what they want to do. So people need to school me. Let me back something up real quick. And we almost at that time. I'm gonna say this. We are living in a world today. We are living in a world where anything goes. Ain't no universal laws with nothing, with nobody, nothing. And everybody is like, if you say something wrong, you offend them. And with social media really leading the pathways now instead of anything else, they'll destroy your life if you stumble over your words. But at the same time, ain't nobody willing to educate you on their beliefs, is what I'm gonna call it. Okay. What should I do? 30-minute live. Somebody school me real quick. 30-minute live. I'm cutting it off. I know we was just getting warmed up. If I'm leaving right now, I want you guys to where my man at? Let me see. Hold on a second. There you go. I've been watching you. Okay. 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Let me see.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I had to go to the phone because the computer was finding another camera. I'm like, what are you on? It wouldn't let me take it off.
I do the same thing. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
What's your take on this situation?
Well, I say I'm almost vegan.
Oh.
But my whole food journey is way different than most people. I'm not about to judge nobody. I just want people to be healthy.
Right.
So like,
say that.
My older sister was vegan well before it was like a popular trendy thing that it is now. So I was able to see her as I was growing up doing her failures, not doing it right. And see her do it right and be super, super healthy. So I went into it in part with that mindset. And also I started as pescatarian because I started to see when I was in college what was going on with the food in this country. So I looked at it like that, not I got to do this. It's ethical and it's all this and that. No. What are you doing to the food that I'm consuming? Then the major thing for me was I took a trip to Puerto Rico and I tasted that food. I was like, this chicken don't taste like that chicken.
Exactly. And a lot of people are finding that too.
Right. So I said, let me try out being pescatarian. Let me see if I could do that. Then I was doing it with ease. I had no cravings, no nothing. I was good. I was like, okay, let me see if I could do the vegetarian thing. And I eased into it that way. Now, don't get me wrong, because this is not a health thing or on that level or a save the animals type thing for me. Right. Nothing against those people, but that's not what it is for me. I just want to be as healthy and consume the healthiest things as possible for me. If my auntie makes some oxtails and I want it, I am going to take a cheat meal. Right.
See, it's a cheat
but most of the time, I'm not going to want it anyway because my taste buds aren't even there. Like I just made a meal the other day with no salt in it. I was
Okay.
like, this ain't actually bad.
You
Y'all
see?
might not like it, but this ain't bad.
You know what? You can get used to anything, really. If you force through it, like me, I know I like cream and sweeteners in my coffee, cream and stevia. I had to get used to stevia. Used to hate it, but
Right.
now I drink it. Now I don't like black coffee, but I have drank black coffee, and after so many times, because I was on a trip one time, left all my sweeteners and everything, and I was like, this ain't so bad. You can get used to anything, you know. But yeah, I totally understand. I'm glad you shed a little light on your situation, because it's a lot of people out there just like you, and it's people like me just like I'm clueless on the subject. But J3GS Farms, what's up, my brother? I'm clueless on the subject matter. I'm clueless on the whole thing, And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to watch my step. I'm trying to move through this new world a little bit more, smooth, because people in these new groups, they get real testy about if you say something wrong. Like my friend checking them on, like, hey, what you doing eating fish then? You can't tell me what. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Right.
I'm just curious.
I
So,
can't speak for your friend, but if I were looking at it, I'd be like, oh, so you having a cheat day. Like you are eating something that is not plant-based.
Right. I think that probably would have upset them too. Just because I'm asking questions out of sheer, curiosity. And some people take that offensively. Even when you're trying to educate, I'm trying to educate myself, and that's why we're here tonight, because I am literally, somebody set me straight, and still in the last 40 minutes, nobody has agreed on this yet. Nobody in the whole chat. If everybody go back and read the chat, nobody is agreeing. Some people are like, sometime kind of. Nope, I'm strict. Yep, no meat. And it's like, what are people like me supposed to think then,
Nah, for me, as someone who's been in this arena and seen it when I was still eating meat, there are certain definite lines. There's pescatarian, there's vegan, there's vegetarian. Vegans are hardcore. They're not with the honey. They're not with certain things, which is why I will probably never be fully vegan, because honey makes sense to me. Honey is also medicinal. Like there are just certain things that don't work for me, but that's me.
Right.
There's also vegetarian or plant-based. Like there's very slight variations to that. But there are some rules. I think people nowadays just jump into stuff without looking at what it was called back then. Like what did people 20 years ago call all of these things that we're doing or attempting to do now?
Exactly.
30 years ago, 40 years ago. Because this is not new. We just added new labels and new spins to all of this. And what are we doing? Exactly. Are we learning? We just going with what we feel like is we should be doing. And if that's what you're doing, that's cool. But that may not be what it actually is.
Good. Well, thank you, my sister. Thank you for coming up and hollering at us. I really appreciate you coming up and giving your point of view, because you helping me. Okay, you helping me. Thank you so much. All right. All right, Lorraine. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, Lorraine. Okay, because y'all don't know, I'm treading lightly. Willow B said, I became a pescatarian at the age of 12. I was one of those kids who kept that gray wad of meat in there. That gray wad of meat in their mouth. I just could not stand the texture. Okay. Woo, that's rough, Willoughby. That's a toughie. Say, unless you're getting raw honey, 90% of the honey is actually synthetic and full of fructose. not good for you. True, but it is some honey in it, and that throws it all. It's not pure fructose, but you are correct. You are correct on that. Okay, Robert says, so factually, we as humans are omnivore. We need both. However, there was always moderation because of scarcity. Amen to that. I wish I could just plaster that all up and down the screen, because that's what if you want to say I believe in, I mean, let me see. Honey is the only reason I cannot say I have a vegan diet and I have never had a cheat day. Honey, if you saying honey, that you never had, got you. Say mushroom are a good substitute for flesh. Also, jackfruit, walnut, etc. Toss it in the food processor. Okay. I think people should stop putting titles on everything. Before I finish reading what you just said, amen to that. Amen to that. Yep, we own it. Amen. The titles is what mess people up. Say, I'm 10 months, no meat. I do fish, veggies, and fruit. I'm titleless. I like that. I'm going to pin that. Put that in the comments after the video go off so I can pin it. Please. Copy it right now and paste it into the comments when the video go off. I want that comment. Say, Building Jones say, folks know, say what you want. They know what it is and what it ain't. Okay. 755 Media in the house. How you doing, my sister? Say, I'm tearing down some chicken right now. Sorry, not sorry. See, you can't say that. You can't say that. I told you that's like that alphabet stuff. When you be like, forget that, I'm eating some chicken. Don't do it. I'm telling you, they come get you. They come get you. Say most vegetarians end up blowing up because they turn to surgery, carbs, and sugary carbs. I said surgery. Y'all see where my head at. Sugary carbs instead of meat, and still are unhealthy. Amen to that. Oh, my brother, right now. I'm bringing you in right now. Right now, my brother J3GS Farm in house, y'all.
How you doing, bro? How you doing?
Brother, how you doing?
All right. I'm kind of like you, laying up and ain't doing what we supposed to be doing out there in the yard.
I got so much other stuff I'm supposed to be doing. I had to get this out of the way for the people right now.
Okay.
What you think, brother?
You might kick me out, but I'm just going. I'm not even gonna give you verses or nothing.
Nope.
I understand there's a lot of vegans and non-vegans and us that love meat and those that just love the vegetable. But in the Bible it says that I give you herbs to eat.
Right.
Which means all kind of vegetables and all the stuff that keep us healthy.
Correct.
And then again, it comes in the Bible after the flood where the Lord said, I give you this meat to eat. And we have and I'm not going to say we, but people have a concept of they want to be vegan, so they can't eat this meat, can't eat that meat, and all this other stuff. But one thing that I come to the realization is when you trust in God and you do things the way that God wants you to do it, you're going to eat what God told you to eat. So therefore, yes, I don't eat that much pork, but I eat a pork chop now and then.
Right.
And I eat out of most of the meat, chicken is what I mostly eat, but I don't have a problem with eating meat.
Right.
Back in 2018, 19, when we did that little diet back then, we all got in. I went vegan, and I was vegan for basically 2 years.
Wow.
I stopped being a vegan when my father came to live with me.
Okay.
But the point to it is we fall in a bunch of different categories that's man-made. But when you so-called believe in God and believe in the Bible, there's nothing wrong with eating meat.
There you, man.
And the way things are going right now, You think you're eating meat, but it's not meat.
There you go. There you go.
But the point to it is, my God said we can eat meat.
You know, I'm going to say this. It's so many people. I've been saying this for years. It's so many people that would go tooth to nail with you about everything you just said. I kid you not. That's why, you know, on my channel, it's certain things I just don't say no more. You know, because you got to tiptoe around everybody, and it's gotten to the point now. You even have to tiptoe. Forget offending people. You also have to tiptoe around social media because the rules will change overnight, and you will say a word that'll give you a strike and don't even know it. You know, because it offends a particular group of people. So that right there, man, this why I'm saying I'm glad everybody coming in to educate me on the subject instead of me saying what I believe and what I think and verses and scripture. This is the best way to do it.
Well, that's true. That's true. And the thing to it is, even though we want to live a healthy life, the way to live a healthy life is going by what God told us to do.
Right.
By eating the herbs, and he told us what meat to eat. And that's what we do.
That's right.
He also told us what meat not to eat. And I'm not a Muslim, and I don't want to offend no Muslim.
Right.
But pork is something that we can eat. Originally, it says we couldn't eat it because it had a split hoof.
Right.
But by the grace of God, we're here.
Okay. Now I'm not gonna get in. That's a whole other video. Listen, I want to dive into that so bad and I can't. I know more than folks think I do. I just can't say it. Like, because I want to touch on that so bad.
I guess you had to come back on my show. I'm not worried about the monetization.
Listen, I know that's right. And you know what? I almost came over to your channel the other day. You were doing think about that.
Think about it.
I'm trying to think about you got the show Think About It, and I was gonna come out. I'm trying to remember what you was talking about. You almost made me. I wasn't driving because with the surgery, but I almost was ready to. Hey, look, pull the car over because I need man. I didn't want to be like, the screen locking up while we going through the mountains and stuff. But man, you touched on some subjects. We'll talk about that later. But I'm gonna have to come over there, man. I'm gonna have to come over there.
Ain't no rush. I know you'll be there when you can get there.
Oh my God. Vision Preparedness in the house too. What's going on, Vision?
All right, Vision. But I'm not gonna stay long, but I just wanted to put that little piece out there where we got the problem on so much food. And the thing to it is, you got some people that ain't got no food. Now, if I ain't got no food, I don't care about vegetarian or meat lover or whatever. I'm gonna eat what I can eat.
You know, I've been saying this for years, and I'm telling you this because I know the people that say I would die before I eat that, you're lying to yourself.
Yes.
Because you've never been that hungry in your life where you got to a point where you're not scared of bugs. Let's take it there. You're not scared of insects anymore. They're starting to look rather delicious.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when people say that, that always tells me you've never been in a pinch. You've never been in a horrible situation where you truly don't know where your next meal is coming from. So when people say, I would never eat this, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself.
Fact. That's a fact.
So
because growing up, I remember a lot of situations in New York where I would come from school and look in the refrigerator, wasn't nothing up in there but some stale milk.
Right.
But my mama, she made a way. She made a way. And whatever now, one thing I could tell you that I used to hate, my mama, she would bring home sandwiches from the hospital. Is that crab sandwich? That crab sandwich that they used to make in the hospital.
Crab meat.
Boy, she used to bring that crab home sandwich, and I used to hate it. Yes. But you know what? I sat right there and I ate it. Mom, you got another one. I used to hate them sandwiches, but she brought it home and I would eat it.
There you go. And that's how it's when it get to that point. I've seen more that I can even mention or tell about right now, but I'm telling you, I know. And so certain people was always like, "Oh, you'll eat anything then? You'll eat a." Listen, you don't know what you'll do in certain situations. You don't. You don't know.
When a person don't have a choice and have to eat another human, let's go back a few years when that plane crashed on the mountain.
Don't even. Hey, look. Let me tell you.
See.
I always want to bring that up, but that it grosses people out. And I was trying to tell folks, it ain't like those people was like, pass the gravy, you know. No, they saw themselves in this demise. Like, look, what are we about to do? It's several stories like that.
That's it.
And you just don't know. I even read a story. Well, not read. It was like a documentary or story of this guy that stayed out in the.
Dog, that's an hour already.
We got 4 minutes. It's the screen clock. Guy go out in the field. He lived in a bus. He stayed in that bus in like Alaska or Canada, whatever it was, until he had no more food. He started eating his own poop. You know what I'm saying? He started eating his own crap, and then he turned around, couldn't do that no more. That was starting to make him sick. He was eating stuff that he knew was poisonous. For instance, you're in a boat. You know you can't drink ocean water. It'll drive you crazy.
Right.
I guarantee people say you will drink a gallon of that ocean water, thinking
you won't drink much of it at one time, but you will drink it.
You will drink it. And it happens every time. Every time.
It. And I'm gonna tell you, I hate to say it, but we Americans, we are so bougie. We are so even us low class are so high class. Now, think about all the Asian countries and everything where they eating rats and mice and all this other stuff. And the point to it is, they're living and they're even healthier than us.
Yes, it's
but we so bougie and we got everything we need up here. We got this house and 5 TVs in the house and 4 cars outside, all the stuff.
Right.
And look at us. We dying every day because we eating everything we want to eat, and they eating bugs and little animals, and they're happy and they're surviving.
And we think they're gross. We think they're the ones that's gross, you know.
Hey, if you know what Gegogi is, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And the thing to this, you didn't know what it was before you start eating, but when you find out what it is, you might say, but then you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
Like, right. Just don't tell nobody. African Dreaming in the house and Pieces of April. How y'all doing tonight? Man, I want to say, brother, thank you for coming up. I'm going to keep my promise and keep it on an hour for everybody. I'm glad you came in here with me because we need to talk on this way more, because it's time to start putting some kind of rules to it, because everybody now, they got this one man got his own rules for himself, and he expects you to respect his rules that don't nobody else live by. And with that, if you call a person something they don't want to be called, or you know what I'm saying, get offended, next thing you know, you got a court case, you're getting demonetized. I'm trying to figure out how can we start putting some laws, or some, not laws, but put some rules on the book, so we got some kind of guidebook to go. You know, I can just open this little guide. Okay, don't say this over here. When you go overseas, little books be like, yeah, you know, put your cell phone away. They're gonna take it. Okay, you know what to do. In this world here in America, we don't got no rules to not offend people.
You know why we ain't got no rules? Because it changed so quick.
Right.
It changed just like the wind blow. Everything changed so quick. We just made this rule: nobody can use a wooden pencil. But now you're not allowed to use a wooden pencil because you're cutting down too many trees.
Right.
And then the lead that's in it will kill you.
every 5 minutes is something else, man. Every
That's it.
5 minutes.
That's it.
Every 5
That's it.
minutes. But I want to say thank you, brother. Thank
Peace, bro.
everybody for coming in here. You stay on here. I'm going to just close out with your face right there. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Thank you for do me a favor and go check out everybody that was in the chat today that stepped up live with me. Please go check out J3GS Farms and everybody else that was in this chat today. They got a lot to say. These is all my friends. Y'all know them. Y'all love them. Go check them out, please. With that being said, everybody, thank you. Put all your comments down. If y'all don't agree or you agree or you got your testimony, put it in the comment section below. All right. And go over there and bug all these people like this brother right here.
Hey.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Y'all be blessed.
All right. Everybody, guava and good night. Peace.